The following is a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic Sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs in Clive, Blessman International, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bosun the Florist. Thank you for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
And a very pleasant good evening, and welcome to high school girls and boys basketball tonight along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Mark Amadale joined by Mike Burkert. It's Dowling hosting Southeast Polk in a Central Iowa Metro League doubleheader. Second time these two teams have played in the conference this year. And Mike Burkert, welcome to Tuesday night girls and boys basketball.
Thanks, Mark. It's good to be here. It's nice to have a game before the storm that we were just talking about.
Oh yeah, make sure everybody gets to the store and get it all stocked up because we're supposed to have a little bit of ice tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon here in Central Iowa. Remember we have listeners down in Florida, Texas, and all the warm spots, Arizona. Yeah, now we're back to being cold. It's in the 20s, and now we got an ice storm pending tomorrow. But yeah, getting a game in, and we're not behind. And season's starting to wrap up on the girls' side. Dowling girls have, after tonight, 2 games remaining. This Friday, when they play Waukee Northwest, that'll be number 2 versus number 3 on the girls' side. And then next Tuesday night, a week from now, it'll be the Dowling girls' final regular season game at Ankeny. So season's about ready the regular season, Mike's about ready to wind down.
Yeah, these are the games you kind of try to fine-tune yourself for the tournament. You kind of finalize your rotations, make sure everybody understands what the roles are, and you work on a lot of the little things, the end of game situations, end of quarter situations. Those are the things that if you get an opportunity to test those out a little bit. I realize everybody films everybody, but you still like to try them out in game situations and see what works and what might not work.
Absolutely, and of course with teams that you play, some of them have a taller lineup, some are more of we've seen a lot of games this year, all 5 guards it's out there. There's no post player, so you got to adapt your personnel. If you have like Dowling, very very tall team, how do you play an all guard team? You may have to bring somebody in, little things like that, tweaking it. And no one knows at this time who the postseason brackets are, so you're still kind of in that prepare for everything and expect everything.
Yeah, I think probably if you ask the coaches, they've all got their little brackets that they've already the mock brackets, I guess.
Mock brackets, yeah.
That they kind of guess, you can kind of guesstimate who you may play, but you never know what the union does to move things around a little bit.
The only mock bracket I trust is a guy by the name of Jeff Linder with the Cedar Rapids Gazette. Now, I use Jeff as a great example because John Naughton, who covered those high school sports for the Des Moines Register back when they really covered high school sports really well, and it was day in and day out. Well, they do that over there in Cedar Rapids, and Linder's one of them. He'll bring out a mock bracket, if you will, for girls basketball. He's very good with that, and that may be coming out, and you have to check his social media feed. I check his Twitter feed, and that usually will have it on there.
He actually did have one about a week ago. I happened to stumble across it, and he had, for the Dowling at least, he had him playing the 2 Council Bluffs teams playing, then Dowling, and I think in the bottom was Ankeny was the local school.
Well, somebody's got to be on the 1 line. There's 8 teams on the 1 line, and there's 8 more on the number 2 line. So it depends on who you're matched up with. Rankings have a big part of that. Girls' rankings will be out this Thursday. The only thing you don't know is who's number 16, but they give you the top 15 in all 5 classes, Mike.
That's true. Everybody wants to be that. Well, I'm not sure if you want to be the number 16 team or not.
I don't think you want to do that because you're going to play the number 1 seed. We should talk about tonight's games along the Central Iowa Metro League. We should start with last night. A couple teams were involved, and we may see one coach, maybe both will be here tonight. It was Waukee Northwest at Ankeny, and that was number 3 versus number 15 on the girls' side. And it was Waukee Northwest defeating Ankeny 54-51 in the girls' contest. Northwest boys won also 68-63. And then Urbandale was at Fort Dodge, and Urbandale sweeping a doubleheader at Fort Dodge. Girls game 70-45 Urbandale, and 74-41 the Urbandale boys winners. Tonight, Ankeny Centennial at Johnston. Number 4 versus number 1 in that girls contest. Urbandale playing back-to-back nights at Waukee. Valley has a bye tonight, as does Waukee Northwest and Ankeny. So just some of the games going on in the CIML. These are all girl-boy doubleheaders beginning at 6:15. In the Iowa Alliance tonight, Des Moines East at North, Des Moines Hoover at Roosevelt, Des Moines Lincoln on the road at Ottumwa, Marshalltown at Ames, and Mesa City at Waterloo East. And finally in the Little Hawkeye Conference, another area of schools, a top 10 matchup in girls class 4A, number 6 Norwalk at number 5 Dallas Center Grimes in a girl-boy doubleheader out in Dallas Center. Newton is at Pella Christian, and Oskaloosa at Pella, and Indianola has a bye. So let's look at some of the games, and a lot of things going on. We could see a Sam Powell sighting from the Waukee Northwest girls. They play Dowling Friday night. You may see an Ankeny coach here. You might even see a Valley coach walking around. You just don't know, Mike.
You never know who you might see.
Because they all have the night off.
Or you might not see them. They might be hidden up in the corner someplace and eating a bag of popcorn and enjoying the game.
Yeah, it's true. Tonight's game is the CISN is broadcasting the Girls State Wrestling Tournament in Coralville, so they are not broadcasting any games tonight in the CIML or otherwise. So it's just radio only, or you may be able to catch some of the games through the huddle accounts of your respective schools. So keep that in mind. Again, it's Dowling and Southeast Polk. We'll come back with starting lineups and more pregame. Mark Hamadale alongside Mike Burkert. Roman Wilkham, our studio producer. Radio only tonight. And we'll return after this 1-minute break. Southeast Polk and Dowling, Game 1, the girls' game, coming up here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610, ashworthvision.com.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines as we get set for Tuesday night girls and boys basketball here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. My name is Mark Hamadale alongside Mike Burkert. And Coach, before we get the starting lineups introduced, some of your thoughts, Southeast Polk and Dowling for the second time this year. In Game 1, it was all Dowling, 69-28 in the girls contest. And that was the first game of the new year. It was on a Monday night out at Southeast Polk. So this is the rematch.
Yeah, that was a game that Dowling's transition game was pretty impressive. It was a game that Ava Zedeker scored 26 points and Ellie Moeller had 21. And in a game that Southeast Polk shot 25% for the game, and that made a big difference in that 69-28 score. So if you look at what's going to happen today, or should happen today, if Dowling wants to be successful, they need to get that transition game going again like they did before, utilize their height advantage, and what we've talked about before, if they don't have the transition basket, then be patient because they have a height advantage and work the ball inside. For Southeast Polk, they need to shoot well from the outside. Like we said, they shot 25% in the first game, and that's not going to win you too many games, and it only scored 28 points. They need to make sure they hustle back on defense so the Dowling transition can't get going on them. And in order to do that, they need to get themselves in the passing lane because Dowling has a really good secondary transition.
Dowling out-rebounded Southeast Polk in Game 1, 44-21, but the Maroons had 11 turnovers to the Rams 7 in that contest. And, yeah, you're right. The Maroons held them held Southeast Polk 1 for 12 from three-point range that night. All right, the buzzers sound. We'll get a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with the Southeast Polk gals. The head coach is Brad Johnson, his second year, 17 wins, 22 losses, and he's assisted by Corey Borcherding and Ann Oddie and James Reth. The Rams come in with a record of 8-9. They're ranked 14th in Class 5A. They've won 3 in a row. They come in averaging just under 52 points on offense and give up 53 points on defense. And they'll start basically a 4-guard lineup. Actually, tonight they're going to start an all-guard lineup because their post player is out sick, and she will not be here tonight. That's number 42. Hallie Vanderwoerd is out ill, so they'll start a 5-guard lineup, starting with point guard Alyssa Bartlett, a 5'6" senior, averaging 13.5 points, headed to South Dakota next year to play basketball, and Bartlett will wear number 10. The other guard is Margaret Johnson, a 5'8" senior. Zoe Hens is a 5'4" senior, averaging 13 points, leads the team with 5.5 rebounds, and made 3-pointers with 36. Hens will wear number 2. The fifth guard is Hallie Clark, a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 6 points, and she'll wear number 15. So the Margaret Johnson, Zoe Hens, along with Brooker Ruddy, the fifth guard, a 5'7" freshman, averaging 5 points, Alyssa Bartlett, and Hallie Clark. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons will go with their usual lineup. They're coming in with a record of 15-3, ranked second in Class 5A, averaging 62.5 points on offense, giving up 46.5 points on defense. Head coach Kristen Meyer in her 9th year, assisted by Joel Danner and Audrey Faber. Maroons will start Ellie Olson, Ava Zedeker, and Layla Tritton, the 3 captains, along with Katie Moeller and Ellie Moeller. Coming up, our pregame prayer with Father Reed Flood and a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School. We'll come back with the tip-off. Dowling and Southeast Polk, game 1, the girls' game from the Dowling Gym, coming up along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Mercy One is proud to support Iowa Catholic Radio. Mercy One helps you live your best life. Find personalized care for you and your loved ones at mercyone.org. Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Reed Flood. Let us pray together for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition this evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask that you bless all those involved in this athletic competition this evening. We ask that you keep them safe and that they show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Sebastian, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School Gym in West Des Moines as we get set for Dowling and Southeast Polk alongside Mike Burkert, Mark Amadale, Roman Wilkham, our studio producer for Iowa Catholic Radio. It's radio only tonight, and we have Dowling and Southeast Polk for the second time. The Maroons come in winning 10 of their last 11 games. Southeast Polk's won 3 in a row, and both teams trying to solidify their postseason seeding. Southeast Polk wants to at least be on that 2 line for seeding, Mike. That's very important. Although they're playing number 2 seed Dowling, the Maroons got to be in the top 8 to host, and they more than likely will. But a very important game, really, for both teams as far as postseason.
They do. It's a big game for them against the number 2 team in the state, and when they do the scheduling, they've got Ankeny Centennial 2 of their last 3 games. So that'll be a good challenge for them, playing 3 of the top teams in the state in their last 4 games.
Dowling wins the tip, and the Rams come out in a little 2-3 zone. Dowling with it, going right to left towards the south basket. Wearing their home white uniforms, maroon numbers and trim. A long three by Katie Moeller off the mark, no good. Zediker with the offensive rebound and tips it over to Ellie Moeller, and the Maroons keep possession alive. 10 on the shot clock. Corner three by Zediker, good. Ava Zediker with a corner three from the right wing. That's her 17th made three of the year. It's 3-0 Dowling here in the first quarter off an offensive rebound. Now the Rams with the basketball. Underneath is Zoe Hins. She has the ball deflected, and she got the ball back. Tried to hit Brooklyn Ruddy, who got the last-minute start for the Rams. Ruddy, a 5'7" freshman, gets the start for Hallie Vanderwoord, a 6'1" sophomore who's under the weather. And Ruddy has been their first player coming off the bench, Mike. So she's pressing the starting lineup due to illness.
Yeah, on that first shot, they took it in, and Ellie Moeller blocked it, which was pretty reminiscing of the game that they played the first time.
Now, a shot in the lane, it's no good by Hins. Rebound Dowling. Maroons in transition. First shot no good. Raw offensive rebound Dowling. And now Zediker on a long three, it's no good. Tritton with the rebound. The Maroons will lob it inside to Moeller. Layup good. And Moeller posting up Margaret Johnson. That is a big mismatch. 5'8" Johnson against 6'2" Moeller. And now the Rams down the other way, and a shot off the glass no good by Bartlett. Rebound Dowling, and the Maroons transition basket good by Katie Moeller. And it's 7-0 Maroons to start the contest.
Got that defensive rebound, got the transition down, and got an easy basket.
Now Bartlett in the lane, her shot no good. Rebound Dowling and Katie Moeller. Outlet pass goes to Tritton, and it's stolen away by Margaret Johnson. Now in transition, Southeast Polk, a three-pointer no good by Bartlett, and the ball rebounded by Dowling and Katie Moeller. Now bad pass by Moeller, stolen away by Bartlett. One deed deserves another. Bartlett in the lane, kicks it over in the corner. That is Brooklyn Ruddy with it. Top of the key is Hins for three, and it's good. So Zoe Hins hits her team-leading 37th three of the year for Southeast Polk, and it's 7-3. Dowling with the lead over Southeast Polk. Rams in the road black uniforms with gold numbers and trim. Ellie Moeller with it. Head fake at the free throw line and gets her defender in the air. That's Margaret Johnson, and takes it to the rim and scores. Ellie Moeller with 4 points. 9-3 Dowling.
Yeah, she was patient that time and made a nice dribble move and got the nice shot in the lane.
How about that shot by Bartlett? Off balance, and a right-handed shooter shot with her left hand in midair.
Just watching her, she looks very athletic, and that was a nice move on her part.
Dowling the other way, and here's a shot in transition, no good by Katie Moeller. Rebound Hins. Zoe down the lane, feeds her teammate Brooklyn Ruddy, and a foul on Dowling. That'll be on Olsen. Ole with her first foul, and the first foul of the ball game on Dowling. 5:04 to go, first quarter. Dowling 9 and Southeast Polk 5. Free throws coming for Brooklyn Ruddy, the 5'7" freshman who got the start tonight. A 36% free throw shooter on the year for Southeast Polk here, Mike.
Yeah, they need to make sure that on these dead ball situations that they convert on the free throws here.
All right, substitutions for the first time tonight. A.C. Harnden checking in for Dowling. And Sloan Gaffney, number 23, checking in for Southeast Polk. And the second free throw also no good. Well, check that.
Yep, she hit the first one.
She got the first one, it's no good. But now a steal at half court by Bartlett. Pull-up jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds to Southeast Polk. So another turnover on Dowling. And in the first meeting, the Maroons had 11 turnovers. And Southeast Polk was held to 7.
Yeah, that's their third turnover. They've had 8 possessions. They've scored on 5 of them. The other 3, they turned the ball over on bad passes.
So now the Rams inbound the ball. Olivia Tui for 3. It's good. Off the bench. Tui with her first 3 of the night. She has 14 made on the year. Now Dowling the other way, and Ellie Moeller off the glass good. She has 6 points. 11-9 Dowling after the Rams tied it up after being down 7. Here's Bartlett coming off a ball screen by Clark. Hallie with it. Down the lane she goes against Harnden. Her shot up no good. Rebound Ole. Ellie Olsen with the rebound. Outlet pass to Tritton. Layla with it. Underneath to Moeller. Her shot off the glass good. Ellie Moeller having her way with the heighted disadvantage there.
Yeah, it's like we said, if Dowling can score on the transition, that's great. If not, they just need to be patient, and they're going to score pretty easily, I think, inside.
A whistle and the ball poked out of bounds by Dowling as Katie Muller set to check in. She was the first subbed out. Now she'll replace her sister, Ellie, who will sit down. 13-9, Dowling by 4. Rams inbound the ball. They go left to right towards the north basket here at the Dowling gym. Now here's Hins. Three-pointer right wing, no good. Rebound Zedeker, and Dowling on the move. Well, Rams get back on defense. Good job by Bartlett to stop Zedeker. Here's Olsen with it, right block. Now dribbles out to the elbow. Looking for a cutter, now hands it off to Katie Muller. Katie in the lane. In the corner it goes to Tritton, back to Harnden. Harden's pass, top of the key to Zedeker. She bounces in the lane, and her pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound Hins and Southeast Polk.
Yeah, Southeast Polk has switched back to a man-to-man now. And Dowling ran their offense, got a nice shot in the lane, and just wasn't able to put it in.
Now here is a steal by Dowling, and Muller with it. Maroon's kind of running without a post player here. They go with a 5-guard offense. Katie might be the tallest player out there, but she's a guard. Now Zedeker hits the floor, picks the ball up, gets it over to Harnden. Now they lob inside to Katie Muller. Her shot up, no good, drew the foul. And that'll be on Sloan Gaffney, her first.
Yeah, again, Dowling was patient that time. Used the height advantage. You're right, with Katie Muller, she's still the tallest person out there. Even though she's not the tallest person on the team, but she was the tallest person there, and they worked it inside, and she posted up and got the shot.
Free throw good by Ellie Muller, who has 9 points here in this first quarter.
That was Katie.
Check that, Katie Muller, and makes them both, and timeout on the floor. Katie Muller with 4 points. And this will be a 30-second timeout called by Southeast Polk and head coach Brad Johnson in his second year as the Rams head coach. Replaced Tracy Daly, who's a longtime coach and won a state title there for Southeast Polk. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Bozen the Florist, Blessman International, and Construction Professionals. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Hamadale. 15-9 is our score. Dowling with the lead over Southeast Polk. 2:49 remaining here in the first quarter. And what's some of the numbers that strike you here in the first quarter, Mike?
Well, Dowling, when they don't turn the ball over, they've scored every possession. And so it's just about being patient. The passes that they threw that were intercepted or cross-court, not being patient. When they're patient, after the lack of transition, they're going to score if they run their offense just because of the height advantage and working it inside.
All right, Rams with the ball as they get Hins underneath. Her shot is blocked, not once, but now twice. Zedeker got the first one, and then Ellie Muller blocked the second one. Zedeker down the lane. Her shot no good. Ellie Muller with the rebound, put back no good, gets her own rebound, and puts it through. So the Maroons all over the glass there, and Ellie Muller with 10 points here in the first quarter. Now the other way we go, and a miss Southeast Polk shot. Layup good by Ellie Muller. Muller with 12 points.
Got that transition.
Off missed shots or block shots.
Yep.
Rams with it. Here's Bartlett. Alyssa headed to South Dakota. Going to be a Coyote next year. Play basketball up there. She has it in the corner, guarded by Ellie Muller. Now they swing it around. 4 out and 1 in. Here's Clark with it. Right wing pass goes to Bartlett, guarded by Ellie Muller. Bartlett in the lane. And a shot up with the left hand, too strong, and a rebound Dowling and Ellie Muller. Nice move by Bartlett. She got up a quick shot, but it didn't have the right length to it. And now Maroons in transition. Three-pointer up and good. The first three of the night by Ellie Muller. And it's the Ellie Muller show here in the first quarter. 15 points for her, 22-9 Dowling.
Yeah, they stepped back and let her wide open, uncovered on the three-point line, and she's not shy to shoot that.
Rams the other way with it. Top of the key it goes to Bartlett. Now dribbles the baseline against Tritton this time. Pull-up jumper from 15, left it short. Rebound Ellie Muller. Ellie looking down court. Had her sister in mind, but didn't get the outlet pass to her. Zedeker, corner three, left wing, in and out, no good. And the rebound Southeast Polk and Bartlett. Outlet pass goes to Hins. She dribbles in the lane, jump stops, can't get off the shot. Now leaves it for Bartlett. Left-handed layup, good. Off-balance shot by Bartlett, but she made it go. And it's 22-11 Dowling. 40 seconds ago in the first quarter. Nice move by Bartlett.
That was a nice move. Used her left hand well.
And now here's Harnden for three, left corner good, right in front of Coach Johnson of Southeast Polk. Macy Harnden, 19th made three of the year for her, 25-11 Dowling. Runs by their largest lead of 14 right now. 20 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off here in the first quarter. Rams with it. Here's Hallie Clark. Picks up her dribble on the right block. Hands it off to Hins. She'll shoot the 15-footer. Off the mark, no good. Fight for the rebound. And out of bounds to Southeast Polk. Sloan Gaffney battling Ellie Moeller for the ball.
She worked hard for that. Had a nice block out on Ellie. And all went off of Ellie out of bounds.
Our officials tonight, Sean Peterson, Mark Royer, and David Lutz. Thank those gentlemen for being here tonight. Final 5 seconds of the first quarter. Here's Bartlett with it, right elbow, and she won't get the shot off. And we've come to the end of the first quarter here at the Dowling Gym with the score. Dowling Catholic 25, Southeast Polk 11. Alongside Mike Burkert, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll return with the second quarter of the Central Iowa Metro League Class 5A girls game. Game one of our doubleheader, Dowling 25, Southeast Polk 11, here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
All right, we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Second quarter about ready to start. Dowling 25, Southeast Polk 11. Here in game one of our girls contest, boys game to follow. As the Dowling girls with two more remaining regular season games this Friday night. It'll be senior night for the Maroons here at the Dowling Gym against Waukee Northwest. We'll have both games on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. And then a week from tonight, it'll be Dowling girls' final regular season game as the Maroons go to Ankeny for a girl-boy doubleheader. Now whistling a foul to start the second quarter on Dowling's Layla Tritton. 25-11, Maroons with the lead, and Maroons were 2 for 2 unofficially at the free throw line in the first quarter. Southeast Polk was 1 for 2 at the line. Rams inbound the ball. This is Bartlett with it. Swing pass over in the corner to Brooklyn Ruddy. Now a long three up and no good by Olivia Toohey. 5'9" junior with the missed shot. Rebound comes out to Dowling Maroons in the front court. Maddie Rice in the lineup, number 25. Gets the second quarter start for the Maroons. Now in the lane, here's a little up and under move by Ellie Olson, and she shoots and scores. Ole with her first 2 points of the night. It's 27-11 Dowling. Mike?
Yeah, in the first quarter, Dowling shot 59% from the field and Southeast Polk 22%, and that's why you're got a 25-11 score. Very reminiscent of the game before.
Shot in the lane, no good by Southeast Polk. Dowling running the other way. They got inside position. That's Ellie Moeller, and she had her defender pinned. That was Margaret Johnson, and she shoots a reverse layup good. 27-11 Dowling.
It was that secondary transition again. They got the ball down, and the post slid down the lane, and she got herself wide open. Had good post position and got a nice shot off.
Ellie Moeller with 17 points to lead all scorers for the Maroons, and now a jump ball in the lane between Ellie Olson and Brooklyn Ruddy to be alternate possession arrow favoring Dowling as Layla Tritton will check out of the lineup. So they got Maddie Rice in there as they sat Zediker down to start the second quarter. Zediker back in for Tritton. So the Maroons have 4 of their 5 starters in there. And here's Zediker coming off a ball screen, swings it right side to Olson. Three-point line extended. A reverse pass, nearly stolen by Zoe Hins, but gets to Katie Muller. Now reach-in foul on Hins. That'll be her first foul. 29-11. Some of the other numbers, Mike? Rebounding and turnovers is always what I'm curious about.
Dowling had 15-4 on rebounds in the first quarter, which was, again, consistent with game one when you read off the rebounding stats.
That was really one way, and now in the lane. Zedeker, the shot up and good. It was 44-21 that last time the two teams played, and now they find Hins, a long three coming up and no good as Hins saved the ball from going out of bounds. And that was Ruddy that missed the three. Dowling the other way in transition. The ball slapped out of bounds by Bartlett. It'll be Dowling basketball with 5:44 to go.
Yeah, so far Dowling has 31 points on 20 possessions. That's
remarkable.
Bob Hansen would be liking that.
31-11, Dowling by 20, their largest lead of the night. Zedeker with the basketball. Gets it back to Ellie Muller. She'll launch the three. It's no good. Zedeker with the rebound. And the shot clock reset. Harnden now back in the lineup. Macy with it. As Maddie Rice has a seat on the bench. Harnden gets it into to Muller. Back out to Katie Muller for three. Good. So Ellie gets the assist and Katie gets the three-point basket. And she has 7 points.
Yeah, it probably wasn't good English. He'd be very happy.
34-11 Dowling. A long three by Hins up and good. Zoe Hins with her second three of the night. She has 6 points for Southeast Polk. It's 34-14. Dowling by 20. Maroons are led by as many as 23. Here's Zedeker. Underneath, she finds Olsen. Layup good off the glass from the right side. Ellie Olsen with her 4th point. The assist that time to Ava Zedeker. Now Southeast Polk gets loose on the baseline to get around Katie Muller, and a shot up and good by Brooklyn Ruddy. That's the 3rd point tonight for the freshman. We got the start over Hallie Vanderwert, their post player. Corner three by Muller is no good. That's Katie Muller with the miss. Rebound to Ruddy, and a loose ball foul on Dowling. And that'll be on Ava Zedeker, her first.
It's a good start to the second quarter by Dowling as they scored on the first 5 possessions, and it has spread their lead out to 20 now over Southeast Polk.
Wholesale substitutions.
Come on, take a bite. If you're gonna have a sucker, take a bite.
Now the Rams with the ball in the corner as they have Brooklyn Ruddy out to Hins. Top of the three for three. It's good. Top of the key for three. And Ruddy with their 9th point here in the first half, 36-19 Dowling. And Zoe Hins, a 5'4 senior, with 9 points. Now in the corner, Harnden's three-pointer is no good from the left wing. Rebound Southeast Polk. Rams in the front court. Hallie Clark with it. Gets it to Hins. Hins now spins on Harnden. Her shot up no good. Rebound Dowling and Tritton. Outlet pass to Zedeker. Ava underneath. And she finds her teammate who just checked in. A shot up and good by Olivia Meredith with her first 2 points off the bench. Olivia, 5'8 junior. Just playing for Tom Donahue a little while ago in that JV game earlier. Rams with the shot in the lane. It's no good by Brooklyn Ruddy, out of bounds. It'll be Southeast Polk basketball as Ellie Olsen checking in for Dowling, replacing Ellie Muller. Also in the lineup for the Maroons, Nellie Johnson will check in for Macy Harnden.
Yeah, I think in watching, at least in the second quarter here, Dowling, if they don't get the transition, if they're patient, they get a good shot. It's when they've been impatient, they've chucked up 2 3-pointers early in the shot clock.
Now Hins, a shot off the glass over Zedeker, good. Zoe Hins, her first 2-point basket of the night. And she has 8 of her 11 points here in the second quarter. It's 38-21 Dowling. Maroons get the ball underneath. Shot no good by Tritton. Rebound Southeast Polk. And here's Clark in the lane. She's double teamed by Meredith and loses the ball to Zedeker. Ava in the front court. Dribbles right, down the lane, finds a gap, layup good. She split the difference right between Brooklyn Ruddy and Berkeley Weiland in there. Now a steal by Olsen at half court after Zedeker's basket, and now Dowling with the turnover and possession. Zedeker down the lane again. They let her go through. Layup good. Zedeker with 7 points. 40-21 Dowling. 42-21 Dowling, excuse me. 2:20 remaining in the first half. Long three by Hins is no good. Fight for the rebound. And the Rams now get the putback, and they're going to count it. Foul on Olsen, and that is Hallie Clark with the made basket. Ole with her second foul. Third team foul on Dowling, one on Southeast Polk with 2:12 to go, and Hallie Clark, 5'6" sophomore. We were talking to her mom before the game. Wonder why we were doing that.
It's because we like her. There you go. Shout out to her.
Dowling Hall of Famer last year, Kristen Slings, now Clark. Now traveling on the Maroons as the defense that time by Hins forced a turnover on Katie Moeller. 2 minutes to play, Dowling 42, Southeast Polk 23 here in the second quarter. Halftime will be joined by Justin Einerson, Dowling boys basketball coach, previewing his game for the second time this year, taking on Southeast Polk. That'll be game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. All right, here's Bartlett with it. Leaves it for Clark, top of the key. Right side goes to Hins. Hins down the lane, and her shot partially blocked by Olsen. And the ball is tipped in bounds. Bodies hit the floor, and a foul on Olsen, I believe. Yep, so Ole's picked up her third foul. As Ellie Muller and Maddie Rice checking the Dowling lineup, replacing Olivia Meredith and Nellie Johnson. Rams will inbound the ball. Bartlett with it. Gets it to Hins, top of the key. Here's Tui with it. And they swing it to the right side to Clark. Hallie coming off a ball screen down the lane. Puts up a shot left hand, no good. Rebound Dowling and Katie Muller. Now Muller had the ball slapped away from her and now into the hands of Maddie Rice, and she threw it away. So it'll be Southeast Polk basketball with 1:17 to go in the half.
Yeah, Southeast Polk is playing hard. I think I know we've alluded to that they are a very, very young team. I remember, I think 9 freshmen, 3 sophomores, if I remember correctly.
2 juniors and 3 seniors. You're exactly right.
There you go.
And one of the sophomores is not here, and Hallie Vanderwert, 6'1" post player. She's hoping to give Ellie Muller a run for her money, but when she was ill today, they went to an all-guard lineup, and that's not the thing to do against Dowling. Is a foul on the Maroons, and that is Ellie Olsen's 4th foul. So she'll go to the bench. Free throws coming for Bartlett. And Alyssa hits the first free throw. She has 5 points tonight for Southeast Polk. Second free throw on his way. And good. 6 points for Bartlett. 42-25 Dowling. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio, brought to you in part by Skeffington Formal Wear, Mercy One, Fast Signs in Clive, and Construction Professionals. Marines run their little weave, if you will. There's Sophia Anthony Bodie with it. Checked in the lineup. Underneath, she found Ellie Olsen and drew the foul. I'm going to get Bartlett for her first foul. And free throws coming for Dowling in the presence of Ellie Muller, who has 17 first half points.
Yeah, again, being patient. They got a nice post up and got the foul and the 2 free throws here.
First free throw good by Ellie Muller. Our halftime guest made it. You must not be watching Packer film or Brewer tape. I'm glad to see you made it. Second free throw good. Justin Einerson, the Dowling boys coach, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here with 50 seconds remaining here in the first half. 44-25, Dowling leading Southeast Polk. Mike Burkert joining me tonight. I'm Mark Hamadil, joined now by Justin Einerson. We'll put you on during this break, you know.
Why not?
Have my granddaughters behind you, so be very attentive to them, my wife and daughter-in-law. So say hi to them. And were you really?
What a family.
Well, they're all here. Look, they got the headphones.
Gorgeous. Yep.
She's got the headphones on. They're turned off. They don't want to hear. They just want to hear Papa tonight. Poor Avery. You all ready for tonight?
Yeah, we're ready to go. We had a really good couple of days of practice and cranked up the toughness a little bit, so we're excited to get out here.
Coach Burker's got some questions for you. I love when he brings those hard questions that I won't ask.
He tends to.
He knows what it's like here. All right. Out of the timeout, 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Southeast Polk with the basketball. Bartlett with it, down the lane, leaves it for Tui for three. It's no good. And fight for the rebound on the floor. And Tritton had it, flipped it in the front court to Muller. Down court to the other Muller, layup good. Ellie gets the assist, Katie gets the basket. That's kind of how it works. Southeast Polk the other way, Bartlett in the lane. Leaves it for Tui. Her shot blocked by Ellie Muller. That stops the clock with 19 seconds to play. And a whistle and a foul on Dowling. This will be on Ellie Muller, her first. Can't wait to see the numbers, Coach Burkert, at halftime.
I tell you that, like we talked about, if they don't get the transition, they're patient, they score. Simple as that. If they're not patient, they launch up a three, and it's all bets are off.
Berkeley Weiland at the free throw line hits the first free throw, second one on the way. Good. Weiland off the bench with 2 points. 19 seconds. You got an end of quarter play you like to draw up?
Yeah, we like to isolate our best guard here usually. 1-4 flat with 2 exit screens usually works pretty well. Stole it from Courtney Henderson.
I see. Corner three no good by Katie Muller. Offensive rebound Dowling and Sophia Anthony Bodie. And the put back up and good at the horn as the Maroons score. And they're going to count the basket by Layla Tritton, her first points of the game, and it's 48-27 Dowling here at halftime. Well, Coach, we're going to take a break, come back, we'll talk to you, preview the boys contest. Second time around, Dowling and Southeast Polk. Are you looking forward to this?
Always.
Nobody's looking forward to senior night Friday, right? We're focused on Tuesday.
Oh, we are very, the perks of losing is you're always focused on the next step. It actually works pretty well like that.
Good to know. Yeah. All right, we'll visit with Coach Justin Einertson, the Dowling boys coach. At halftime, our halftime score of the girls contest, Dowling 48, Southeast Polk 27, along with Mike Burkert, Mark Amadale here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
No doubt you've heard how the Pilgrims fled religious persecution in England, but have you ever heard how the Catholics were persecuted there? Recent scholarship such as Eamon Duffy's book, The Stripping of the Altars, show that the vast majority of the English people did not freely choose to leave the Catholic Church, but were coerced into it. In fact, prior to King Henry VIII's break with Rome, England was known throughout Europe as Mary's dowry because of its great piety. But under King Henry, Queen Elizabeth I, and others, failure to outwardly conform to the new state religion resulted in fines or imprisonment. Hiding a Catholic priest was considered a treasonable act punishable by death. Many suffered dearly, including famous martyrs like Sir Thomas More, or the 40 English martyrs that Pope John Paul II canonized. Those who openly professed Catholicism were barred from important positions in government and society well into the 1800s, and English law to this day prohibits the monarch from being a Roman Catholic. Convincing evidence also shows that William Shakespeare was one such underground Catholic, and that his plays included veiled appeals to the king for religious toleration. So let us thank God that we can freely and openly practice our faith and honor all those who could not. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
Back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale alongside Mike Burkert. Halftime of the girls contest. It's Dowling 48 and Southeast Polk 27. The battle of top 15 teams. Dowling girls ranked second. Southeast Polk ranked 14th. And once again rejoined by Justin Einertson, Dowling boys basketball coach. We got him on the final minute of the first half as we preview the boys contest coming up. Dowling and Southeast Polk. And I know you're coming off a game last week that you want back, but you know what? Ankeny gave Waukee Northwest everything they wanted last night up at the Ankeny Gym. Northwest came out ahead, but this league is so balanced, isn't it?
Yeah, they're a good team. It's one thing when you look at film, you're like, well, they made a lot of tough shots, and we missed a lot of shots we typically make, whether it's inside or outside. Really came down to some toughness plays and rebounding. And when we come back to practice on Saturday, we were toughness only because you can afford to give up tough shots and miss some shots, but you can't afford to lose the loose ball game and rebounding battles. So there's a lot to learn from that. Ankeny lost by 30 to Southeast Polk about 10 days ago.
That's right.
And they've really used that to their advantage and sharpened themselves up. And, we're trying to do the same thing.
I was talking to some of your assistant coaches before the game, Coach Nahas, let's see, Coach Nicholson and some guy, Coach O'Hare is your freshman coach. They were talking about, hey, Southeast Polk buried Ankeny about 10 days ago, and they've been living off that now. That's been the only game they've won. But when you're playing for the second time, what are some of the things you see, and what are some of the things you did well in your first matchup?
Yeah, the first time we really imposed our will defensively. I think, and I've used this terminology a little bit with our guys, I think we were at our defensive peak about that time. There was a 4-game stretch coming out of Christmas break where we were just really, really good defensively. I think they only shot 11 threes in that game, and they averaged about 23 attempts. So they're at their best when they're shooting open threes, and if you can limit that, make them tough, you got a chance. But we also were really sharp on offense, so it was a really good night for us, and it's going to be tough to replicate that. So really, we just got to start from scratch and get back to defending and turn it into offense.
I noticed their scoring breakdown. Rex Smith really stepped up this year. He's averaging 14 points, 6.5 rebounds for Southeast Polk. He is like their post player, but he can also shoot the outside shot. And they're launching more threes than they did a month ago when you played them first game out of the Christmas break.
Yeah, and that's where they're at their best. If you give them, catch and shoot open threes, they can really hurt you. So we talked a lot about the three-point line. We were giving points to our scout team yesterday for just shooting threes. So, hopefully our guys understand the importance of getting out there and guarding that. We're a good scramble team. We just got to be multiple effort plays all night long. Scrambling around, close out, guard the drive, scramble again. Close, reclose, all those little things, and be ready to box out and get on the floor.
Well, as far as tonight with your rotation and lineup, anything change? You want to go a little deeper in your lineup, or you want to stay about where you've been?
Well, it's a little tricky because, we have 3 bigs, but they don't play a big, really. Rex Smith doesn't really play like a big at all. So it becomes a little tricky because you don't want to make yourself slower by making yourself bigger. And then the Friday challenge is completely the opposite. So I wouldn't be shocked if you see a little bit of a different rotation tonight versus Friday just based on matchups. But keeping the ball contained and, keeping those three-point attempts down, especially the clean ones, that's the priority. So that means we'll probably be a little bit smaller tonight.
Yeah, Coach, this is your second year here at Dowling.
Yeah.
What did you learn last year in year 1 that you've kind of taken into year 2 and said, I need to change, I need to do it a little differently, or I need to approach it a little differently?
I think practice schedule, we're still trying to figure out how hard we can push without exhaustion. Our school schedule is really tough here, obviously, so we want to be consistent. We want to be really sharp when we're here for practice and maybe shortening some of those. But being strategic about it is pretty tricky. I think the biggest thing for us is to prepare for every game completely the same. And when you play on Friday and you play on Tuesday, it can be a little bit different, right? You have one day to prepare for Tuesday and 2 days to prepare for Friday. So trying to figure out a way to sharpen up those practices going into Tuesday a little bit better.
Yeah, I'd agree. That was always not an issue, but it was something we kind of always ran up against.
We'd love to go Sundays. It's just not really an option with our gym time. So that's it's a challenge. It's not necessarily a bad problem at all. It's just something we're trying to navigate.
Especially when you get those Saturday games, that really throws things.
Yeah, that's
Friday,
a wrench.
Saturday.
I guess people from the outside wouldn't understand how much that changes your week when you play that third game, especially on a Saturday, because now you kind of give up your prep day. You probably give up your weights day. So I'm a big fan of 2-game weeks. I mean, even last week, we were trying to figure out what days to practice, how hard we can push them. It's something we're still trying to figure out as we go here.
Okay.
Coach Anderson, keys tonight to be successful against Southeast Polk the second time around. You beat them 64-44 back in early January, right off the Christmas and New Year's break. What's the keys tonight for Dowling?
Well, we got to keep the ball out of the paint because the paint tends to lead to open threes for them. Got to make sure that those threes are contested and we rebound them. That's going to be the big thing. I could give you a bunch of offensive keys, but I think our defense will turn into offense if we do a good job of it. We did spend a lot of time on just making reads on offense this week, so it's a big defensive night for us. They're at their best when they're hitting threes, so that might be the only key. Stop the three and rebound it.
I heard that from your defensive coordinator, Coach Nicholson.
He's
he
pretty
said
sharp.
He was really concerned when they got hot shooting threes against Ankeny and upset Ankeny 10 days ago.
Oh, they're good enough to beat anybody.
Yes, they are. And they had Northwest on the ropes, too, going into the fourth quarter.
They've had close games with. Johnson, they've had close games with. So they're battle-tested. I think everyone is this time of year in this league. So no gimmies at all. We got to get out there and get after them.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us here at halftime. Best of luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
Yes, sir.
And ignore these people behind you. I know.
What a great group. I don't know how they put up with you, but what a great group.
Yeah, that's because I'm usually out here doing this, and they're home and enjoying the peace. But
my wife knows something about that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Head Coach Justin Anderson of Dowling Catholic joined us here at halftime. We're going to take a break, come back. With the start of the second half, we'll have Mike Burkert and I scoring and statistics from the first half. The Dowling girls leading Southeast Polk 48-27. And we'll be back with the start of the second half in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
And welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym in West Des Moines alongside Mike Burkert. I'm Mark Amadeo. Our thanks to Justin Anderson, Dowling boys coach, for joining us at halftime. Dowling girls leading 48-27. Somebody's wearing an extra headset, and we'll just try to keep that muted for now because
smartest one with the headset.
Yeah, that granddaughter. Mike, you got to look at some of the numbers before we start the second half here.
Yeah, first half, again, kind of similar to the first time Dowling played them. Dowling was 20 of 32 overall, 63% in the first half. By Southeast Polk was 9 for 33, 27%. One thing that kind of sticks out when we talked about if they're patient, they don't have the transition, they're patient. From the two-point range, Dowling was 16 out of 19, which is 84%. They were 4 out of 13 from the three-point range. Southeast Polk was out-rebounded 23-8 in the first half, but most of those were off the defensive end that Dowling had. So.
All right, leading scorer in the contest for Dowling Catholic was Ellie Muller with 19 points in the first half. Ava Zedeker with 9 points. Katie Muller with 9 points. 4 points for Ellie Olson. And 3 points for Macy Harnden off the bench. 2 points for Olivia Meredith and 2 points for Layla Tritton. Dowling 4 for 4 at the free throw line. For Southeast Polk, they were led in the first half by Zoe Hins with 11 points. 6 points for Alyssa Bartlett. 3 points for Olivia Tui. 2 points each for Berkeley Weiland and Hallie Clark. And Brooklyn Ruddy, who got the start tonight, had 3 points. As Hallie Vanderwert, 6'1" sophomore, usually starts in the post for Southeast Polk, out ill and did not make the trip over here to West Des Moines. So the Rams went 5 of 7 at the free throw line. Dowling led 25-11 at the end of the first quarter and outscored Southeast Polk 23-16 to lead it 48-27 at halftime. Now Dowling's second possession of the second half off a rebound. Here is Zedeker in the lane. Her shot up and no good. Foul before the shot, I believe, and Zedeker will either go to the line or be out of bounds. We'll see what the official says. Foul will be on Brooklyn Ruddy, her first, and they say it was 2 free throws coming. So both teams have had the ball here to start the second half. Each have had a possession and have had empty possessions, and now Zedeker a chance for the first points of the second half for the Maroons, and she hits the first free throw. Mike, she now has 10 points.
Yep, that was a nice, again, the transition got down there, and she took right to the basket and got fouled.
Second free throw, good. Zedeker with 11 points. 50-27, Dowling with the lead. As we start the second half here in the third quarter, Hins with it. to Margaret Johnson. Lob it inside to Bartlett. Now back to Johnson, and her shot is no good. Missed the layup, and the rebound out to Dowling. That's a nice little play on that right side. They split the difference. There's Moeller with it. Katie kicks the ball out to Zedeker, top of the key. Rams look like they want to stay 2-3, and Zedeker finds the seam, puts up a shot. It's no good. Whistle and a foul on Margaret Johnson of Southeast Polk. Nope, they're going to give it to Ruddy. That'll be her second foul, and the second team foul on Southeast Polk here in the second quarter.
She found a little space there from the outside and a little gap in their defense and took advantage of it to the basket.
Zedeker with the free throw.
Missed the first one. Second one's on its way. Good.
All right, so Zedeker 1 for 2. And she has 12 points. 51-27. Dowling with the lead. Here's Bartlett with it, guarded by Tritton. Gets the ball, tries to get the ball in the corner to Clark, and it's stolen away by Katie Muller. Now the pass goes over to Zedeker. Lost it off her leg, and now retrieved it in the corner. Here's Muller with it, nearly lost it. She's double teamed, gets to Tritton, to Olsen. Lob pass inside to Ellie Muller. Layup good. Little high-low there between Ellie Olsen and Ellie Muller, and Muller with 21 points.
Looked a little harried there for a second as Southeast Polk kind of double teamed, but they found the open person and she got the layup.
53-27 Dowling. Hins for three. It's off the mark, no good. And we've got a jump ball called on the rebound as Ellie Olsen and Southeast Polk's Brooklyn Ruddy both came down with the basketball. All in the possession will be Dowling basketball. As Ellie Olsen will check out, and Macy Harnden will check in. Harnden in the first half had 3 points. Up next for the Maroons, Dowling will play Friday night on senior night. We'll have that game this Friday on Iowa Catholic Radio. Girl-boy doubleheader, and here's a 2-point shot up and good by Katie Muller. Katie with 11 points. For Southeast Polk, our next game will be Friday night at home against Ankeny Centennial. Southeast Polk the other way, and they draw the foul. Layla Tritton commits foul number 2. And free throws coming for Alyssa Bartlett, who has 6 points for Southeast Polk. She'll get 2 free throws here. 55-27 Dowling. 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. First free throw good by Bartlett. Alyssa with 7 points. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Bozen the Florist, and Blessman International. Second free throw by Bartlett is good. She now has 8 points.
Southeast Polk's 8 for 9 from the free throw line, so if they continue to drive the basket and get some fouls.
55-29 Dowling, and now Zedeker in the lane. Goes through some traffic. Her first shot is no good. Offensive rebound and put back by Ellie Muller, who now has 23 points. Rams the other way with the basketball. Gets Dowling's man-to-man. Here's Bartlett with it. Now a backdoor pass to Ruddy in the corner to Hins, right wing. Zoe dribble drives in lane, guarded by Zedeker. Stops, looking for a pass, and it's stolen away by Ellie Muller. Outlet pass to Zedeker. Ava down the lane, layup up and good. She outraced Hallie Clark for the basket. Zedeker with 11 points.
Yeah, it was one of those transition on the steal, a live ball turnover, and Dowling turned it into an easy basket.
It sure did, and that was a nice steal by Ellie Muller. Now a long three, no good by Ruddy. Zedeker with 14 points. She's 3 for 4 at the line here in the second half, so she now has 14 points for that basket. Now in the lane, Zedeker once again shoots and scores, and she has 16 points, and we have a timeout on the floor. This will be a 30-second timeout called by Dowling. With 4:20 remaining here in the third quarter, 61-29, Dowling girls leading Southeast Polk. Mark Amadale, Mike Burkert. And Coach, what's it looking like over there with that chart you're keeping? I've seen a lot of dust get blown off that that chart you're keeping from the Bob and Sharon Hansen era.
Yeah, the offensive efficiency report. Yeah, Dowling, has put together what they have 8 possessions, and they scored on 7 of 8 possessions here in the third quarter, and extended the lead from 21 to was it 32 now? So that's made a difference. I'd be remiss. I know that we talk a lot about, or I do, I guess, about the fact that if they're patient, they get the inside shot. You know, the outside shot's important for them. I was reminded of that by Coach Wilkinson this week, where you've got to have that threat of three-pointer at least to open up inside. So they've done that. They shot 13 three-pointers in the first half, and were able to hit 16 out of 19 from the two-point range. So
Harnden commits the fouls. We're back to action. That'll be the first foul on Macy Harnden, second foul on Dowling. And you mentioned the balance. The Maroons can go inside with the Muller sisters if they need to. Zedeker can post up, everyone, and Tritton too. But you also have the threat of the outside shot, so it really makes the Maroons tough to guard. In a situation like this, where you're playing a Southeast Polk team with basically all guards, and now Hens tries to dribble through a double team. The ball stolen away by Ellie Muller. Ellie stops in transition, gets to Harnden, back to Ellie, top of the key for three, good. Ellie Muller with 26 points, and that is her first three of the night, and her 23rd made three of the year. 64-29 Dowling, and the lead increases to 26 points, or 25 points for the Maroons.
It's a nice move there by Bartlett.
So Bartlett with her 10th point. 64-31 Dowling. There's Harnden with it. Tries to get a little pass inside to Olsen, over through her, and now substitutions for Dowling as Katie Muller will check in along with Maddie Rice. Rice, a 5'8 junior, wearing number 25. Katie wears number 11. Sitting down will be Ellie Muller and Layla Tritton. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Dowling girls leading 64-31. Game one of our girl-boy doubleheader. Here's Clark down the lane. Her shot up and no good. Rebound Maddie Rice and Dowling. There's Olsen dribbling in the front court. Ole down the lane, left side. Puts up a scoop shot up and no good and drew the foul. Sloan Gaffney with the foul. That'll be her second on Southeast Polk. And free throws coming for Ellie Olsen, a 62% free throw shooter on the year. She has 4 points tonight, and she'll get 2 free throws here. First free throw good. Tonight's game along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Blessman International, and Bozen the Florist. Second free throw good. Ole with 6 points. 66-31 Dowling. Maroons by 25, equals their largest lead of the night. Here's Hens with it, gets it inside to Bartlett, guarded by Katie Muller. Her shot up and no good from the left block. Rebound Katie Muller. Now we got a whistle in the back court.
Yeah, I think it's 35, so is it running clock yet?
It is. It has to go, it's 35, and it has to go all the way down to 25 for them to stop it. So we will have running clock here. 2:20 to go, third quarter. Clock will stop for free throws and timeouts. It'll continue through here, and it does. And the jump ball called is Maddie Rice and Ellie Olsen on the floor with Hallie Clark. And jump ball, all in the possession, Southeast Polk, with under 2 minutes to play, and Dowling leading by 35, their largest lead of the night.
It's only the third possession this quarter that they haven't scored on. So
a long three, good by Bartlett. She got a set shot three there.
Yeah, she's a nice little player.
13 points for her. They headed to University of South Dakota. Be a Coyote next year. 66-34 Dowling. Them all in the lane, or in the game now. Olivia Meredith, 5'8 junior for the Maroons. There's a bounce pass underneath, and it's deflected out of bounds off of Southeast Polk as Ellie Olsen will check out of the lineup, and Ava Zedeker will check in. And Katie Muller will inbound the ball. And she inbounds it to Zedeker. Ava with it. Leaves it for Harnden. She'll shoot the three. It's up. Good. Macy Harnden with her second three of the night, her 6th point of the contest. And her 20th made three of the year. And it's 69-34 Dowling. Bartlett for three, top of the circle. It's no good. Rebound, Maddie Rice. Outlet pass to Zediker. Ava spins in the lane. Left-handed shot, good. Nice move against Bartlett that time, Mike. Switched hands and shot with her left hand.
That was good defense, but Ava made a really nice play offensively and got a nice shot off there.
18 points for Zediker. 30 seconds remaining, and now there's a shot off the glass, no good by Hallie Clark. Ball loose on the floor. Bartlett has it. She'll launch the three. It's no good. Rebound Clark, and her putback is good. Hallie Clark with her fourth point. 71-34 Dowling. With 10 seconds remaining. Here's Zediker in the lane. Gets it to Meredith. Ball slapped around. And Southeast Polk comes away with it with Hens. 2 seconds remaining. Hens will shoot it from half court. It's no good. And we've come to the end of 3 quarters of play here at the Dowling Catholic Gym with the score. Dowling 71, Southeast Polk 34. Back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio is AM 1150, KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM, K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 KIHS, Adel Panora, and 89.9 KCSL Spencer Spirit Lake.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One. Live your best life with Mercy One. With Iowa's largest network of care locations, personalized care is right in your neighborhood. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
Throughout history, our Lord has shown us that He is truly present in the Blessed Sacrament. Experience these wonders for yourself as Iowa Catholic Radio presents the Vatican International Exhibition Eucharistic Miracles of the World at St. Jude Catholic Church in Cedar Rapids, now through February 11th. Learn more about how you can bring this beautiful panel display to your parish, school, or faith-based organization by calling 515-223-1150 or visit iowacatholicradio.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines. Fourth quarter underway. 71-36. Dowling Catholic with the lead over Southeast Polk in this girls Class 5A matchup. Second-ranked Dowling and number 14 Southeast Polk. The Rams come in with a record of 8-9, ranked 14th in Class 5A, and Dowling with a record of 15-3, ranked second. Dowling with the first possession. They get it underneath to Ellie Muller, and her shot off the glass good. 28 points now for Ellie Muller, who leads all scorers. And the Bruins lead up to 73-36 as we have the continuous clock in effect. Now down the lane, a shot no good by Hallie Clark. Rebound out to Dowling. Outlet pass goes to Tritton and let her a little too strong. It'll be turnover on that possession for the Maroons. And Mike, you got to look at some numbers, or you're not quite ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. Well,
got to find them here again.
A long three by Bartlett, no good. Rebound slapped around, picked up by Southeast Polk, way up good. Nice job, Berkeley Weiland with her fourth point. Dowling went 9 of 10 at the free throw line through 3 quarters. Southeast Polk 7 of 9 through at the free throw line. Here's a shot in the lane, no good by the Maroons. Rebound Southeast Polk. Bartlett in the front court. Goes down the lane, goes around Tritton. Her shot no good, and a rebound Ellie Muller. Out to Tritton. Layla in the lane, and the layup with the left hand too strong, and a rebound Clark and Southeast Polk. Empty possessions for both teams.
Kind of getting fast and furious here for a minute here.
Here's Hens. Pass underneath goes to Bartlett. Back to Hens, and it's stolen away by Ellie Muller. Outlet pass to Tritton. Leads her. Has to save it to Zediker. Layup good. Nice job by Tritton. Saved the ball from going out of bounds, and trailing the play was Ava Zediker, and she now has 20 points. And it's 75-38 Maroons as we approach the 6-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Now Hens underneath, a little teardrop shot right over Ellie Muller. Layup good. Zoe Hens with 13 points for Southeast Polk.
Yeah, in that third quarter, Dowling was 8 for 9 from the field, 89%.
Wow. Do you have a...
And Southeast Polk was 3 out of 12 for 25%.
I was going to say, do you have a shot chart? Because I'd love to know where some of those shots came for Dowling. A lot had some three-pointers and some two-point shots.
Well, they were actually 2 for 2 from three-point range. So they were 8 out of 9 Or 6 of 7 from the 2-point, 2 of 2 from 3-point range.
That's pretty good shooting. 75-40, Dowling by 35. 5:20 to go, fourth quarter. Here's Bartlett working on Harnden. Posts her up in the right block. Her shot no good. Rebound, Ellie Moeller. Outlet pass to Zediker. Ava dribbles in the front court. In the corner it goes to Katie Moeller for three. It's no good. Hins with the rebound. Now Southeast Polk the other way. They're running. Hins goes against Harnden. Layup no good. Drew the foul. And Harnden, that'll be her second foul. And Hins has that step. And when she gets it, she's going to take it to the hole and she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, like we said, when they played Southeast Polk the first time, they play really hard and they really hustle. They have some quickness. They just don't have any height, and that's what is tough for them to deal with teams that do have some length when they play them, especially against a man-to-man.
First free throw by Hins is good. Second one up and also good. 15 points for Zoe Hins. 75-42 Dowling. Maroons the other way. Here's Harnden with it. It's Harnden, Zediker, Ellie Moeller, Ellie Olsen for three. It's no good. And Katie Moeller, the five on the floor for Dowling. Now Bartlett with the outlet pass. Goes down the lane. Her shot up and good. The basket will count. A foul on Ellie Olsen, and she is fouled out. And a nice move that time by Bartlett, who now has 15 points. And a chance for an and one here.
Yeah, watching her play, you can see why she's going to be able to play at the next level. I think you said South Dakota, and that'll be a good match, good fit for her.
So Ellie Olsen fouls out with 4:16 to go in the fourth quarter with 6 points. Olivia Meredith will replace her, 5'8" junior, wearing number 31 for Dowling. Bartlett a chance for an and one here. And her free throw no good. Rebound Katie Moeller. Bartlett with 15 points. Zoe Hins with 15 points. Two leading scorers for Southeast Polk. And now Katie Moeller's lob pass to her sister is broken up. And now it's slapped out to the wing player. And that's Harnden. She gets it right back to Ellie Moeller. And her layup is good. Moeller with 30 points tonight. Ellie Moeller, 2 for 2 at the free throw line, and everything else are field goals for her 30. 77-44 Dowling. 3:45 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Hins for three, it's no good. Rebound Dowling. Ellie Moeller with another rebound. Outlet pass to Harnden. In the corner goes a Zediker for three, it's no good, and the rebound out to Hins and Southeast Polk. 3:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We'll have the boys game in Iowa Catholic Radio on this Tuesday night. First Tuesday night in February as we get our Tuesday-Friday schedule with girls and boys basketball coming to a close here. The regular season ends on Tuesday. And now down the lane, layup good by Brooklyn Ruddy. And we've got Ruddy for 5 points. And a substitution timeout they're saying here, Mike. 3:02 to go and Dowling leading 77-46.
Yeah, Dowling, they've done all the things that we talked about they needed to do to win this basketball game. They got the transition going. They've hit a few threes, enough that have opened up the inside for them. When they've been patient, they've been able to work the ball and get a nice shot. They've been using the height to their advantage, and have been successful doing that. So, and defensively, they've done a nice job against Southeast Polk's attacks to the basket.
Changes for Dowling. Nellie Johnson has checked in along with Kate Clendenin, 5'4" freshman. And Sophia Anthony Bodie on the baseline. Also in there for Dowling, Maddie Rice. And I'm missing one player, I believe, and that is Emerson Flattery. Those are the five on the floor for Dowling. Final 2:40 of the fourth quarter. Nellie Johnson has it out of the underneath the Dowling basket. There's the Maroons with it. Nellie in the corner. Leaves it for Anthony Bodie. Back out to Nellie Johnson. All right, 10 on the shot clock. Nellie with it. Gets it up top to Sophia Anthony Bodie. Over to Maddie Rice, and it's stolen away by Southeast Polk. Berkeley Weiland with the steal and basket. Weiland off the bench with 6 points for Southeast Polk, 77-48. Dowling with 2 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Nice steal that time by Weiland. Now a corner three by Dowling, left it short. Did Sophia Anthony Bodie. Rebound Southeast Polk. Get in the front court, do the Rams to Ruddy. On the right block to Weiland. Rams with it, they'll be patient. Here's Olivia Toohey with it. Leaves it for Ruddy in the lane. Her shot up and no good. Rebound Dowling and Kate Clendenin. Clendenin, a 5'4 freshman. She and Flattery are both freshmen. Whistle and a foul as Maddie Rice is fouled right in front of us. Berkeley Weiland picks up her first foul. Out of bounds to Dowling. Both teams with a team foul here in the fourth quarter. 77-48 Maroons as we approach the 1 minute mark. Here's Flattery with it to Sophia Anthony Bodie. She dribbles down the lane, tries to get in the corner to Clendenin, and it's stolen away by Southeast Polk. Rams the other way, and Clark underneath, and she's fouled by Sophia Anthony Bodie, and that'll be 2 free throws coming for Hallie Clark.
Yeah, that was the transition on the Southeast Polk side. They got the steal, took it down, and took it right to the basket, and we're shooting free throws.
Clark's free throw good. Of course, her mom, a Dowling Hall of Famer back in 2023 when she was inducted for basketball and softball. Did you coach her in both sports there, Mike, or just basketball?
Basketball.
Okay. Second free throw good. Kristen Slings. And her mom and dad are up behind us, Roger and Seal. Commuted every day to Dowling from Prairie City.
Very, very good people.
And, of course, Kristen married Mike Clark. They live right by Toad Valley, raising the horses and on that acreage, and couldn't get her daughter to come here. She didn't want to make that trek, I guess. All right, here's Nellie Johnson in the lane for Dowling. Shot up and no good. 30 seconds remaining. Rebound Southeast Polk. Rams running. Toohey with the basketball. Tries a pass over to Izzy Bogwell, and it's stolen away by Dowling. Clendenin with the steal. The Maroons in the front court. There's Anthony Bodie with it. And tried to pass over to Flattery and threw it away. With 10 seconds remaining, that should wrap it up.
I think so.
Dowling led 48-27 at halftime, and the final score will be 77-50 as a half-court shot is off the glass, no good. And Dowling girls now improve their record to 16-3 with the win tonight, 77-50 over Southeast Polk. Rams fall to 8-10 and snapping a 3-game winning streak that the Rams had. Dowling leads the series over Southeast Polk now 18-13, dating back to 2006, as the Maroons have now won 7 of the last 8 matchups. Again, the final, Dowling 77, Southeast Polk 50. We'll take a 2-minute break as Roman Wilkin is our studio producer tonight here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. And we'll take a 2-minute break, come back with our post-game show after Dowling girls a winner in Game 1, 77-50. Back in 2 minutes here at the Dowling Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. Have you ever heard someone say, "You've got to believe in yourself"? G.K. Chesterton says, the people who believe in themselves are all in lunatic asylums. You have to believe in something outside yourself. You have to believe that there is a greater reality than the one inside your head. If the only thing you believe in is yourself, your world will become very small, about the size of a padded cell. We live in a world that rejects the worship of the one true God and has substituted something called the God within. But as Chesterton says, if Jones is told to worship the God within, it ultimately means that Jones shall worship Jones. And that's not going to work. Want more than a minute? Visit us at chesterton.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Catholic Gym in West Des Moines alongside Mike Burkert, Mark Amadale. Game 1 in the books. And it was second-ranked Dowling defeating Southeast Polk 77-50. As Maroons placed 3 players in double figures, as Mike Burkert and I are totaling up the numbers from tonight. for both teams, so be patient with us. Dowling was led in scoring by Ellie Muller with 30 points, followed by Ava Zediker with 20 points. Katie Muller, 11 points. 6 points each for Ellie Olson, who fouled out with 4:16 to go in the fourth quarter, and 6 points for Macy Harnden off the bench for the Maroons. 2 points for Layla Tritton, and 2 points for Olivia Meredith, as the Maroons had all of their players dressed get in the contest. Southeast Polk outscored Dowling in that fourth quarter 14-6, but the Maroons outscored Dowling in the Maroons outscored Southeast Polk in the second half 29-23 after leading at halftime 48-27. And for the Southeast Polk Rams, as we total up their numbers tonight, they were led in scoring by Alyssa Bartlett with 15 points and Zoe Hins with 15 points. 5 points for Brooklyn Ruddy, who got the start tonight in place of Hallie Vanderwert, who was out sick in this contest and did not dress. 6 points for Berkeley Weiland off the bench for the Rams. Hallie Clark with 6 points. Olivia Tui with 3 points. As the Rams went 4 for 4 at the free throw line in the fourth quarter. And I have them 11 of 13 at the free throw line for the contest, as Southeast Polk falls to a record of 8-10, ranked number 14 in Class 5A. Dowling girls improved their record to 16-3, and their record and ranked second in Class 5A. New rankings come out on Thursday, and Mike Burke, you got to look at some of the unofficial statistics. We'll call them unofficial because I know my scoring is until I bounce it out. Go ahead.
Yeah, very unofficial. For the game, I had Dowling at overall 31 of 52 from the field, which is 60%. They were 6 of 19, 32% from the three-point range. And I had them 9 of 10 free throws. Southeast Polk, on the other hand, was 17 of 57 from the field, 30%, 5 of 17 from the two-point range. Rebounding, Dowling out-rebounded them 38-16, which was critical for Dowling. They did take the missed shots and got them down the court, and got that transition and got some easy baskets that way. Especially in that first half when Dowling was 16 of 19 from the two-point range. That got that spread, and it expanded in the third quarter. Fourth quarter was just was all mostly running clock, and Dowling had most of their subs in at that point in time. Like you said, Southeast Polk outscored them in the fourth quarter. But overall, like we said, the keys to the game, Dowling did what they needed to do. They rebounded the ball, got the transition out when it wasn't there on the initial transition. The secondary, they got the ball into Ellie Muller. I didn't quite catch how many points, but I remember 30 at least.
That's what it was, 30.
Okay, I remember you saying 30 at one point. So, and most of those were inside on the transition type things, or when they were patient and ran the offense and got the ball inside to her.
All right, Mike. Well, both teams have ranked teams on the horizon. Actually, top 5 teams on the horizon. For Dowling, their next contest will be this Friday night. We'll have their game with Waukee Northwest, who comes in ranked 3rd in the girls' play. We'll have number 3 and number 2 Friday night here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Southeast Polk is home Friday night against 4th-ranked Yankee Centennial in a girl-boy matchup. And then both teams will round out regular season next week, as Dowling will conclude the girls' regular season as they travel to Ankeny on Tuesday night. We'll have that game on Iowa Catholic Radio 1 week from tonight. For Southeast Polk, they will be home Tuesday against Urbandale. That'll be their senior night 1 week from tonight, and they'll finish their regular season on Friday, February 14th. Good old Valentine's Day. The Rams will close out the regular season in girls play, taking on 4th-ranked Yankee Centennial. So Southeast Polk sees Yankee Centennial twice in 2 weeks, and Dowling will see Waukee Northwest twice in 2 weeks. Only once for the girls, because they played. Remember, we started off the year together over at Waukee Northwest, and that was right before Thanksgiving. Well, the Dowling boys will play them twice in 2 weeks, I guess I should say. But Mike Burkert, thank you very much. Looking forward to Friday. It'll be senior night. Dowling girls have 4 seniors, along with some of the support staff, managers, and so forth that will be recognized. So with the Dowling boys, so we'll have that senior night Friday, and it's usually quite the night.
It is. It's a fun evening for them. It's kind of little good news, bad news, because they realize that their career here at Dowling is over, and for the coaches, that have worked with them probably since they were little kids, this is their last home game, because I know that when a lot of them start off as 3rd, 4th, 5th graders, their big goal is to play in the big gym at Dowling, and they've gotten to do that, and then but really it's not their last home game, I don't think. I think Dowling girls at least will have at least one more when it gets to the district tournament, and most likely 2. So
correct. If they're one of the top 8 seeds, they get a home game at least twice.
Yes.
So and hopefully you got to get by 1 to get the second, as you know.
Exactly.
But we'll talk about more on that later. But Mike Burkert, thank you for tonight, and we'll see you Friday. Be careful tomorrow. Ice storm on the horizon here in central Iowa, so we'll try to get a lot of salt down and back to winter in central Iowa. We haven't had that many days this year, and tomorrow's going to be one of them, at least tomorrow afternoon and evening, so we'll be careful out there, and we'll be back here Friday night. Hopefully everything will be melded and taken care of.
I will. You too, Mark. Thank you very much.
You bet. Mike Burkert, my broadcast partner for Game 1. We'll come back with Game 2 as Jimmy Cataldo will join me for the boys contest. The final in the girls contest, Dowling girls 77, Southeast Polk 50. Alongside Mike Burkert, Mark Amadale, Roman Wilkham is our studio producer. And Roman, we'll take a 2-minute break. 2-minute break before we come back along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Encounter the Eucharist, an evening with Father Mike Schmitz, Wednesday, April 2nd at the Iowa Event Center in downtown Des Moines. This limited seating event allows for an intimate conversation about faith that will inspire a deeper relationship with Jesus.
When you see the Lord lifted up like this, you are looking at Calvary. You're participating in his restoration of the world.
Encounter the Eucharist, an evening with Father Mike Schmitz. Go to iowacatholicradio.com and reserve your seat now. Presented by BSB Design.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Life's buzzing with energy, and every moment is powered by our health. At Mercy One, their caring doctors focus on just that, so you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Married couples, I have good news for you. There are no such things as marriage problems. I am Father Thomas J. Loya with a Theology of the Body moment for the Tabor Life Institute. There are no marriage problems. There are only problems in knowing and living the theology of the body, which answers the question, why are we a man and why are we a woman? When we know this, we come to know our legitimate needs as man or woman, and marriage is all about meeting these legitimate needs. Remaining unaware of these needs is what begins the process of exchanging hurts, leading to strained relationship. A woman's greatest need is to be relationally fulfilled by knowing her husband is emotionally present to her. A man's greatest need is to know that his wife believes in him, that he is more than adequate, and that he has what it takes to be a man. Our legitimate needs as man and woman are revealed in the very language of our gendered bodies. To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym for game number 2 of our girl-boy doubleheader. Dowling and Southeast Polk, Central Iowa Metro League basketball. And game 1 in the Class 5A girls contest, Dowling defeated Southeast Polk 77-50, led by Ellie Muller's 30 points. Dowling girls improved their record to 16-3, while Southeast Polk gals' record falls to 8-10. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, as we transition from the girls' game to the boys' game. And what were you talking to Mr. Hobbs, who provides a lot of refreshments here at the Dowling Catholic Gym and over at the football stadium when we're in the outdoor season. But were you guys talking about your garden, or does he want you to grow vegetables?
Well,
for
not
him?
so much that. His son recently played hockey in Italy, and so
that's right. Yeah.
Incredible amount of experience there. But you know, Brian Hobbs and his organization's getting ready for senior night already.
Yes, they are.
Trying to count the cups, make sure they have enough.
Count the cups.
Have enough.
You know, you better
popcorn bags.
You better make sure those wedding invitations are on point, because they will count dishes cups, glasses
Yeah.
when they give you the bill. So I just want to know, when your daughter gets married this summer, that's going to happen.
You're on the bubble. You and your lovely wife, Mary, you're on the bubble. You may get cut, or you may get a plastic fork.
I know how this is going to go. My wife made the cut. I got clipped. I know how this is going. I could just see it. So would you stay home and watch the grandkids?
Mary Amadeo, no +1.
Yeah, no +1. That's my life, yeah. Well, hey, anyway, thanks for showing up. I'm glad you traveled safe today. I know you're all over the Midwest with your, peddling what you pedal, but... I'm glad to see you made it safe and sound.
I woke up this morning in Sioux Falls. It was -4 degrees.
Oh, my goodness. It's coming here.
It's
coming.
Get ready.
And ice. Yeah, we just love it. We're going to get this game in tonight. And then Friday night is senior night. That's what we were talking to Brian Hobbs about. He's concerned about, how many people. We're going to have a lot of people here, a lot of family here. And look forward to that.
And there's this team called Waukee Northwest that's pretty darn good.
Wow.
Travels well.
The girls and the boys.
So we're gonna celebrate a lot of seniors.
Yeah, that's right. The girls have 4 seniors. The Dowling boys have 7.
Right.
And their support staff, managers, and whatnot. So we'll be recognizing them on Friday night. But tonight it's basketball, second time for Dowling and Southeast Polk. Maroons won the first meeting in the boys contest, 64-44, back on that first Monday in January as we started the new year. And the Rams, they come in losing 3 of their last 4 games, but they got the big win. Their one win in that stretch. They knocked off Ankeny 74-36 10 days ago. Dowling coming off a loss, their last game a loss to Ankeny. So how does this all shake out? And Dowling can't be looking to Friday night playing Northwest for the first time. They got to get by these Rams. And your thoughts on this matchup, Jimmy?
You start researching and seeing what did Southeast Polk do so well to beat that Ankeny team by almost 40 points. That Ankeny team was very impressive. And you look at the stat sheet, and you have to look too much further than seeing they shot almost 70% from the field. Rex Smith, you're going to see tonight, shot 9 of 9. Field goals, 5 of 5 from 3. So it was just a night where Southeast Polk was lights out. Coach Einertson talked about their ability to shoot the 3-point shot, something the Maroons got to make sure that they focus on and make sure they defend. But at the end of the day, after this game, you're down to 5 games before the playoffs start. And if you look at the seeding, you're probably down to about 2 to 3 games before they start identifying what your sub-state's going to be and what's the road going to be for the Maroons in the postseason. And every win is going to be vital. So I don't think they're going to take any team lightly, especially Southeast Polk tonight.
Well, you really can't. And you're right about the Rams. They come in, and Rex Smith and company are doing a tremendous job. They shot lights out in the threes. I talked to Coach Nicholson, who's Dowling's defensive coordinator in basketball. You know him from football. And he was talking about that, and Zach said, hey, when they start hitting threes against Ankeny, they were all rolling in. They were letting them shoot the 3. Maybe that was part of their scouting report at the time, 10 days ago. But tonight, Dowling's going to be very well aware of that and try to be up in their chest as they defend that 3-point line.
Smaller lineup Southeast Polk will play, but again, the ability to hit the 3-point shot, and it catches the Maroons' attention. You get that on film, the Maroons see what they can do. Coach Einertson and his staff, Coach Nicholson, didn't have to do much to really get their attention, especially after coming off just a poor performance that they had on Friday night. Going to get that taste out of their mouth, get out there and run against these guys, Southeast Polk tonight. I think the Maroons are going to have a big night, hopefully a fun night. I think they got to get back to having a little bit of fun, up and down transition, and get as many guys into this scoring column as you can.
Well, the season winding down. We talked about the Dowling girls. They'll finish their regular season a week from tonight up in Ankeny. The Dowling boys, well, they have Waukee Northwest on Friday. Next week, they also travel to Ankeny on Tuesday, and then they don't have a Friday night game next week, so they're off on Valentine's Day. You and Jenny should be able to make reservations. I know I've got my bride lined up. I know you haven't even talked about reservations because you think going through drive-through is a reservation, but it is not. But the Maroons will host Norwalk on Saturday, February 15th, right here at noon. We will not carry that game. And then the following week, the Maroons finish the season February 18th at Des Moines Lincoln, and then at Waukee Northwest on Friday the 21st. That's how the Dowling boys will end their season.
Well, and as I mentioned, the Maroons got to find each win that they can. I mean, you face a pretty tough schedule in Waukee Northwest Friday, then go back at Ankeny after that. And you got to at least win 2 out of these next 3 games just to maintain that second seed.
We'll take a 1-minute break, come back with starting lineups. Dowling and Southeast Polk coming up on the boys contest. Dowling girls a winner in game 1, 77-50 over Southeast Polk. The boys game, starting lineups coming up along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is a Young Catholic Minute.
Do pets go to heaven?
Now, personally, I was greatly traumatized by the classic movie dramatizing dog murder and revenge, All Dogs Go to Heaven. However, there is a grain of theological truth to the film. Dogs can't go to hell. Meriting heaven or hell comes from either living in intimate relationship with Christ or choosing something else that you love more. That kind of relationship, that kind of choice, is one that only humans have, because we're the only creatures that God created in His own image, the image of love. Animals, who show affection or dislike out of instinct rather than out of reason and will, can't be held responsible for their actions, and certainly can't enjoy or suffer any eternal consequences for them. So will pets be in heaven? It's possible, but only because God created Earth as a sign of heaven, not because of their own merit, and not because we just won't be happy without them. If God isn't enough for us, then we're not going to be happy in heaven, with or without Fluffy. For more, youtube.com/youngcatholic.